Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips a balance in favor of fair use. Child marriages, one of California's darkest secrets. Emma Peterson, photographer, February 29th, 2024. And this is from Brush the Palette. Imagine this, you guys. California is one of the most free and open states in the United States. You see how they're leading you in right there, you guys? Did you catch that? And remember, freedom is a 33, so what do I know, right? People are free to have their own opinions, and many movements, like Pride, thrive in this coastal state. Although it seems so open, California hides dark secrets, like the innumerable amount of abusive child marriages. You have to be 18 to get divorced. Isn't that great, you guys? But there is no age minimum for marriage. In 2021, there were just under 8,000 child marriages solely in the state of California. Some young girls are forced into marriage as young as 10 years old. You guys know it's about ownership, and two, then you can't say that they're raping them. Isn't that a great thing, you guys? Okay, I'm going to change this word intercourse because I think they're tripping. Any rape, that's my opinion, that happens with a minor, because you guys know under 18, you can't consent. So that means it's rape. Okay, there we go. It's statutory rape. This is because minors cannot give consent until they are of age. You know, age to divorce. Sadly, this does not apply in a marriage. It's just a way to own this child. It is perfectly legal for an adult to have intercourse with a child if they are married. There's so many things I want to say, but I'm not going to say them. Unfortunately, many abusers, you mean pedophiles, take advantage of this and bring young girls into forced marriages. They often pay the child's family for consent. See what I tell you guys? A lot of parents sell their kids. It's a fact. In fact, a lot of parents purposely get pregnant so they can sell their children. It's a fact. They often pay the child's family for consent and stop the victim's education entirely, like they do in Scientology, like they do in the Latter-day Saints, like they do in the Mormons, like they do in the Jehovah's Witnesses, like they do in so many of these cults. Also, they don't like them to have driver's licenses. Sometimes, to prevent the child from fighting back, their mouths are taped shut and their wrists put into handcuffs. Often these tragic issues happen when the family is in strict evangelical churches and cults, you see? You guys do know everything that I talk about is a ritual, right? You guys do know that? Yeah. Generally, extreme religious ways force children into these marriages against their will. Because, you know, pedophiles are us. They are coaxed into thinking that it is their destiny to do it, and that they are betraying their church if they don't follow through with it. You know, that's how you groom the child, right? Groom the child to be raped. through freedom of religion. Freedom is the 33, let's not forget. If you know, you know. Countless young girls are forced into this legal loophole for pedophiles and sexual abusers. Can somebody tell me what's the difference between a pedophile and a sexual abuser? Call a spade a spade. This is extremely traumatic for them and has to stop. Yep. The UN has called child marriages human rights violations. How about that, Scientology? Because we know Scientology tries to say children are adults in small bodies. The United States has gone around accusing numerous other countries of human rights criminals. However, this is terribly hypocritical, since over 46 states allow marriage between the ages of 16 and 18 with parental consent in the U.S. That just reminded me, you guys, these Scientology parents are signing off for their children to be married. I do wonder how many times it happens where a guardian signs off for them to be married. Just wondering. And 15 states allow children under the age of 16 to get married. Survivors feel not enough is being done about the situation. Of course it isn't, because they're like that. You guys get it? Birds of a feather. In fact, a group of them called Unchained have come together in their wedding dresses and veils, with tape over their mouths and handcuffs right on the Capitol steps. Do you guys know who's up at the Capitol? You guys ever heard of the underground tunnels up in D.C.? Go check into it. Luckily, they are not the only ones fighting for their cause. Representative Cotty Petrie Norris, keep an eye on her, representing California, has fought hard and long for these girls who did nothing wrong. I am committed to ending this human rights abuse in California, states Petrie North. Later this year, a bill to end marriages under the age of 18 will be proposed to legislation. That lady is someone to keep an eye on. I'm going to look her up. Hold on. Honestly, you guys, it's extremely hard for me to trust politicians, but I do believe some of them are trying to do some good work. A lot of them are handled, but a lot of them have very good intentions. So let's see. Catherine Ann Cotty Petrie Norris is an American politician who is in the California State Assembly, a Democrat. She represents the 73rd Assembly District, which encompasses the inland Orange County communities of Costa Mesa, Irvine, and Tustin. Okay, here she is again. She's got, is that an orange scarf, you guys? You guys know what I always say about orange, right? 33. And I believe she is representing Orange County. Hold on, I don't want to scroll with you guys. Give me a second. So here, preventing wildfires before they start, that's a good thought. Again, I just don't know who to trust, you guys. Okay, I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. Peace.